Julia and Tom. So here we are. Welcome back to Sarasota. Notice that nice little swim seat there. Looking attractive. You can play with any of the toys you've got there. Now, coming this way. You see that plant? And that plant. There are a few totally dead brown limbs on those which can be clipped and tossed. Coming out this way, do you see this hole in the ground that Sally has dug? We want to prevent that at all costs because it will undermine the patio. If Tom uses the hedger, these azaleas could be just rounded off, nice and even rounding. Nothing needs to be done with these guys, but over here there are a lot of weeds that could just, with a quick pull, be gone. This is basil. It's very sad looking, but it's really delicious. This hedge, if you decide to tackle it, you see how some of these are sticking out beyond the others. Those would just go. You can do it by hand or with a hedger. The thing is, hedges tend to be thicker at the top and narrower at the bottom, and that's a bad thing because then the sun can't get to the bottom. So, oh, hey, Cody. There you go, buddy. You want to keep it pretty even. Don't let the upper get a whole lot thicker over the lower. And then the top. So there's the top. If you want to trim that about a foot down, but when you get over here to the left, I wouldn't trim much of anything because that's trying to catch up with the rest of it. Alright, so stuff like that, known as bamboo, coming up through the ground, needs to go. Stuff like that, look out for it. There's too much of it, needs to be picked up. That vine is all over the place. Anywhere you see it, pull it out throughout the entire yard. It's a vine. Okay, there, where we have this bare edge of cement. Hopefully, if you guys pick up some bags of dark brown mulch, we can fill in that a little bit. Any place you see weeds, there. Coming back through this path. Tall stuff like that sticking up. Weed. Coming over here. Oh, I hate to say it. That little batch of oaks, leave the majority alone, but the ones closer to the patio stones, we'll pull those out. Oh, that little bamboo right there. That can go. Up. More of the vine. Gotta go. Oaks, gotta go. These plants, and there's lots of them, see where there's some laying on the leaves laying on the ground? I would clip those off right to the base to make them more attractive. Okay, coming this way. Wherever you see little shoots of oak leaves coming up, clip them off. Goodbye, goodbye. Weeds, goodbye. Over here, you see this vine? It's this little tiny leafed. It grows into the other plants. Oh, there's a bunch of it right there. That's gotta go. We'll leave all of this stuff alone, but here we have a lot of these pretty lilies that need to have the kind of dead, there you go, leaves clipped off at the bottom. If you find big sticks like this, throw them out. Pull it, pull it. Those are weeds. Over here, this vine is a beautiful vine. I'm cultivating this vine, but among it, you're going to find some of this stuff. Pull that stuff out. But leave that pretty stuff there. Coming along. Ooh, leave that pretty vine that's climbing the tree. Anywhere in here that you find more of that 5-leafer or anything that looks like a weed, goodbye. And we'll keep those, you know, those are those pretty little variegateds that are coming in. Again, a little mulch here, if we get mulch. This area here by the shed, if some of this just gets kind of trimmed off at the top so it looks sort of like a low-growing ground cover, a tall but even ground cover, that would be fine. But where it's kind of getting out of control and coming over, we'll pull it out. Everything over here next to the shed, leave it alone. All of this over here by the treehouse, leave it alone. However, any big sticks and all the grass in this poopy area, poopy land, dog poop land, needs to go. Gone, gone. None of this is ornamental. Just gather up that stuff and goodbye to it. Here we go. Oh, there's that little baby float for Sophia. All right, so I think that pretty much covers it. Coming this way, again, we have a lot of little stuff. Wherever you see the little stuff coming up, just be done with it. Pull it out here. You see how these oaks are encroaching on that very sad-looking croton. Gets those oaks away from it. Around Big Boy here, pull out whatever sort of weeds and oaks are coming up around him, all the way back in there. Lots of junk over here. And this pile of junk, stick it in the trash can. I mean, these guys, if you want to even off the top of them, that would be nice. Over here, oaks, oak sprouts, oak sprouts, oak sprouts, oak sprouts. And then back to here, junk, and a need for more mulch and a whole lot of poop. Sorry about the poop. Thank you so much. Do whatever you can. Don't feel you have to do it all if you can't do it. But keep track of how many hours you're out here. Thanks so much.